Click on the subscribe button, especially the bell on the right side. Otherwise, you will miss the latest videos.
Namaste to all participants. Thanks to the Saptarishis team of astrologers. Special thanks to Sunil ji and Amit bhai and for the opportunity given on this happy occasion of auspicious occasion of the Guru Purnima, Saptarishis Astrology. About myself, Sunil ji has already introduced my experience about 42 years. Actually, 42 years calendar years. Besides my job of other life, for my livelihood besides job, I studied as a part-time basis. So you can reduce it to half of it or 50% or 60% of it. So always it is a part-time for me. And my life and my another livelihood is my job is different almost. And particularly 2010 onwards, I'm almost a bit more on this actually because other jobs are overall retired and all other jobs. So anyway, that is not important. Today, we are talking about the KP system of astrology. My job is to introduce the brief particulars of KP astrology. And most of you are already aware of the astrology. It is easy for me to introduce KP system because we already know the basics of the astrology. This KP system, it is actually K and P means Krishnamurti Paddhati because it is started by Professor Krishnamurti of Chennai. It is called as Krishnamurti Paddhati. The system is additional word added. KP Paddhati itself is a system, but KP system, it has become quite popular like that. And Professor Krishnamurti is from Chennai. He himself is a very good astrologer in Vedic astrology in those days. And after reading so many decades in Vedic astrology, he started KP system. But actually the KP system is only an outcome of the Vedic astrology. You know the Dhruvanadi and Sachacharya, that is the basis for the KP system among the Nadi systems. Shall I start share screening? It is better to go for this share screening.
Sure, sir. You can go ahead.
Right. That is better to go with it. Now, Saptarishis Astrology about. Now, in astrology, you are already students of astrology. The systems are based on the Rashi, entire Rashi of 30 degrees. Some systems are based, some are based on the star based. The sign is a base of 30 degrees span of zodiac. Star is the basis of 13 degrees, 20 minutes of a span. There are 27 stars in the zodiac of 360 degrees. And the third one is sub-base. What is the sub? It is a part of the star. A star is divided into 9 parts. That is a span of 1/9 part of a star is named as a sub in KP system. This means you know the Navamsa, the 30 degrees Rashi is divided into 9 parts. That is called Navamsa. Similarly, the star is divided into 9 parts. That is unequal division. And for Navamsa purpose, we equally divide the 30 degrees into 9 parts of 3 degrees, 20 minutes of each pada of a nakshatra. In this KP system, a star is 13 degrees, 20 minutes is divided unequally in the proportion of the Vimsotari Dasha system. So that part is called a sub. So we'll come into details for the sub and other things in the next slides like that. This is unequal division of the sub is called, of the star is called a sub. That is sub is the basis for KP system. In Vedic astrology, we go for the sign base. In stellar astrology, we go for the star base. In this, it is a sub base. So now we are discussing on this KP system of astrology, which is based on the sub of a zodiac sign of a star. So discovered by late Professor Krishnamurti in the previous century from Chennai, South India. This system is based on Dhruvanadi of Saint Satyacharya of ancient times. This Dhruvanadi of Satyacharya, you must be aware. You can know it also. So KP system, in a way, said as outcome of Nadi system. It is also Nadi system. In some Nadi systems, they divide 30 degrees of sign into 150 parts also. So that is also some other Nadi systems are there. In this Dhruva Nadi, Satyacharya has started this Nadi system by dividing the star into 9 parts. That is Dhruva Nadi. In this KP system, it is called as a sub of a star. This is well proved system. This KP system is a proved system. It started around 1940s or so, 45 or around 40s, 1940 from Chennai. In those days, he has written books in English already. Though he is from Chennai, he has written in English, and it is not caught very well in the last systems. Around 1980, 90 up to 90, it has not caught much. Mainly because the calculation part is very difficult. In those days, there are no computers. Calculating the 1/9 part of a sub or 9th part of a star itself is a difficult task manually. And so the system has not caught very well in those days. So manually we used to calculate. It used to took us for about 2 hours for preparing a chart. For an expert, it takes about 1 hour. Prepare full chart of a birth chart from your birth details like that. In those days, all manual calculations. So today, most of the software programs are having KP module. Now you open any software, it is in the KP modules are available like that. So calculation part has become easy now. So that is one point today. Now it is spreading all over KP system. Apart from this, there are some other benefits, some other uses for the beginner and even for astrologers. Some calculations part are available, mathematical part is available. So the analysis and predictive part has become easy with this softwares and other things. So now it is catching. It is now used in most of the country, all over India. And in those days itself, Professor Krishnamurti has toured Australia, Malaysia, and all over India also. He has toured, mostly is known in the Lucknow, Jaipur, and other things like that. His own Sishas were there. In those days, it was popular there. Now, evolved the best principles. So he has brought Dhruvanadi actually as enlarged. Out of that, he has changed some more things in this. And best of all systems are borrowed in KP system. From Vedic system, so many other classical writers have mentioned many clues or techniques or shortcut techniques. So many things are mentioned about many classical writers. Jataka Paryata and other so many things like that. He has included all that in this KP system. So the best of all systems are borrowed from different systems. So actually the Vedic astrology is blended with certain principles of Western astrology. Again, what he has done from Western astrology, he has taken the Bava divisional system. You know Bava division. There are mainly 2 types of Bava divisions. One is equal division, other is unequal Bava division. 360 degrees is divided into Rashi, means 12 parts is Rashi. Again, for Bava purpose, it is divided unequally and equally. Also, there are equal and unequal divisions, and one more 2 methods are there, both in equal and 2 more by astronomers. So 4 types of Bava divisions are there. Out of that, Westerners follow Placidius system of division. In Vedic astrology follows Sripati system of division, mostly Sripati and some other method. You are already knowing that. So here a Bava chart is prepared with the Placidius system of the Placidius Bava division of the Western astrology. He has blended that Vedic astrology with certain principles of Western side. I said certain principles. That means not only Bava division, in aspects also, he has taken into account some other aspects of the Western astrology. What are the some other aspects? That is nothing new to us actually. We follow the seventh aspect of all planets and special aspects of Jupiter, Mars, and Saturn. In addition to this, degree to degree aspects are there in Western astrology. They are also followed here. Mostly in transits, we follow all that Western aspects of astrology in practical while practicing KP system. So we follow the Western degree to degree aspects, all that we follow that. So basically, this is an Narayana Bhava chart because it is based on the Bava Division. This is simply defined as Narayana Bhava chart. Westerners are having Sayana Bhava chart and we are having Narayana Bhava chart. Both are Bhava charts. This is Vedic astrology is a Narayana Bhava chart. In KP also followed. In following this Narayana Bhava chart, there is ayanamsa. Yesterday also we had a discussion on ayanamsa. Sayana and Narayana difference is the ayanamsa. What is the ayanamsa means? The starting point out of the 360 degrees. In a circle of 360 degrees zodiac, what is the starting point? That is usually we are telling Aries 0 degrees. So where is that arrow degree? Where do you put it 0 to 360 in a circle like that? So we follow in Vedic astrology from Ashwini to the Dhruva star to down. That is Ashwini starting point is the beginning point of the 360 degrees we calculate in Vedic astrology. But Westerners, what they say, they take a date on April 21st or so, I think 21st or 24th, I have to check up. On that day, wherever sun is there, that is the star, Aries, that is the Aries 0 degree for that year. Every year the sun position changes. So that difference between that Westerners starting point of the zodiac of every year and this point, Aries 0 degrees, is the difference in the ayanamsa. It changes. And both will coincide also. This is again an astronomical problem, astronomical exercise, not a problem. It's an astronomical exercise like that. So that difference is the ayanamsa and both will coincide once in a way. The last time it coincided around 280 according to some astrologer, some astronomers. We take the help of the astronomy there, some astronomers and some people that is there were called Lahari ayanamsa is one point where usually Vedic astrology follows. And Lahari ayanamsa, there is a non-controversial all over the world today. So far, it is not disproved by any astronomer. Again, some other astronomers have calculated so many other things like that. They say it is not 280 AD. It is not 280. It is 290 AD. Like that, they differed when they coincided last time. From that time, they have started calculating the ayanamsa. Anyway, this is also an ayanamsa is a separate lesson by itself. So, in this, what Professor Krishnamurti done, he followed the ayanamsa suggested by one astronomer, Newcomb. Here I mentioned the Newcomb, one of the around 14 astronomers are there in those days last century, where very renowned astronomers, 14 astronomers were there. So in that, Newcomb is one of the astronomers. Professor Krishnamurti has started that Newcomb astronomers ayanamsa has taken and calculated the system. Similarly, B.V. Raman has B.V. Raman ayanamsa also. B.V. Raman has followed some other astronomer, and this Krishnamurti has followed this Newcomb astronomer, but he got a controversy from his own students. Professor Krishnamurti has a discussion, as a controversy, as a debate from his own students. Why should you adopt Newcomb? Then he has agreed you can also use the Lahari ayanamsa also in KP system. The difference is not much. So we'll come across like that. So here, that time onwards, all over India, many KP astrologers are using Lahari ayanamsa actually. So in KP system also, Lahari ayanamsa can be utilized, can be used. So that for that purpose, I am spending this time now. So KP ayanamsa need not be worried about it. Lahari ayanamsa can be done with the KP system also. So by using Lahari ayanamsa, dasa periods will not change. Actually, anybody comes to me I give a KP Bhava chart, and I also give a Vedic astrology chart also. If I use some other ayanamsa in KP system, the dasha periods will differ. So Lahiri ayanamsa from the other output of the Vedic astrology. So I had to use both Lahiri ayanamsa both in KP and also to not to confuse the client or whatever the native, whatever the person, other person. So Lahiri ayanamsa is best suggested to use in the KP system of astrology also. I am using from around 2000 onwards like that. It is very giving good results. For that point, I am highlighting that. So need not worry about it. In that, if you go for the KPI Namsa, there are 2-3 different items are there. Old KPI Namsa, new KPI Namsa, so many classifications are there today. You will get confused to that. So don't get confused about the softwares are telling new KPI Namsa, old KPI Namsa, like that they will confuse. So straight away you can use Lahiri Namsa in computer softwares, and mainly based on the study of Bava house chart. Here, KP system is based on the Bava divisional chart. So here, why I say Rashi chart, and old discussion is what to use Rashi chart or what to use Bhava chart. Where to use Rashi chart, where to use Bhava chart is the general discussion every astrologer will get. Why should there be a Bhava chart when there is already a Rashi chart and Navamsa chart? So many things are there. Why? What is the purpose of Bhava chart? So this is Rashi versus Bhava is a regular debate point for the beginners. So here for Rashi Phalas, we have to use Rashi chart. For Bhava Phalas, we have to use the Bhava chart. The difference is sometimes a planet changes its cabin from one cabin to the other cabin. Why I call it as cabin? In Rashi charts, we should call each cabin as Aries to Pisces by name of the Aries to Pisces in Rashi chart. In Bhava chart, we must call each cabin as 1 to 12. First Bhava, second Bhava, third Bhava, 12th Bhava, like that. You cannot use in Bhava chart the Aries and other words like that. So here, this is the study of the Nirayana Bhava chart. KP means Nirayana Bhava chart. Fundamentally, it is based on the Bhava division. Here, why the difference again, you have to note down. There is a planet Tattva, you know that, and a planet is in a Bhava. So planet Tattva, Bhava Tattva, we calculate, we estimate, plus planet Tattva plus Bhava Tattva, we estimate. Behind these two, there is a Rashi. That Rashi Tattva cannot be ignored. The whole exercise depends on the planet Tattva plus Bhava Tattva and then background Rashi Tattva. Here what happens? A Bhava division, what are the planets in Bhava, what are the planets in each Rashi. So a Bhava sometimes falls in a particular Bhava, and that Bhava Sputa may be in the Rashi chart where you have to see. That will come across in the coming exercises like that. Main point is Graha Tattva, Rashi Tattva, Bhava Tattva to be combined. So Rashi portion cannot be ignored. Another thing is Rashi chart is to be used for all aspects of the planets. Bhava chart, we cannot use it for aspects of the planets. That is the difference between Rashi versus Bhava chart. This is usually the beginners will get a doubt in the Vedic astrology also. These doubts are there about ayanamsas and also this Rashi and Bhava chart. Here mainly the KP system is a Nirayana Bhava chart with Placidus house division of the Western astrology, and it's a Bhava division chart. So Bhava division system is Placidus is followed like in Western astrology, and in this peculiarity of this Bhava division is Placidus division, Westerners Placidus division. Bhava Sputa is the beginning of the Bhava, beginning part of the beginning of the Bhava Sputa. So suppose a Bhava started from Aries to 40, Aries 20 degrees, it spreads up to Taurus around 19 to 19 or 20, 21 degrees like that. It spreads that. So within that, what are the planets available? Some planets may be in Aries, some planets may be in Taurus. So the background is Taurus Rashi here. That planet background is Aries Rashi there. So Bhava Sputa is the starting point of the Bhava duration in Western system of astrology. in our Vedic system astrology, Bhava Sputa is the middle point of the Bhava. Actually, you see in all your Vedic charts of Nirayana Vedic charts, you see that Bhava Sputa is the middle point. We say Bhava Arambha, Bhava Madhya, Bhava Antya. We calculate three things there. Here, Bhava starting and Bhava ending. Only we take in Western system of astrology. Like that in KP also, we say Bhava Sputa is the beginning of the Bhava duration. So Bhava Arambha is the beginning. This is the speciality of the Western system of astrology. Now, sublord, we'll come back to the sublord. Sublord, here, this sublord and two things I am showing here, ruling planet. These two things are the main points of the KP system. You cannot forget the sublord theory and ruling planet theory. This is the entire pillar of the KP system. Sublord, you have seen a star is divided unequally into 9 parts as a sub. That's 9 unequal division. Unequal in the ratio of the Vimsotari Dasha period. Vimsotari Dasha period is total 120 degrees. Ketu period is 7 degrees. 120 by 7 is 1320 divided into 7 by 120 to 1320. Like that, that duration will come to that also. Sub duration also in the next slides will come to that. So sublord, what is the lord of that sub again? So we'll also come to that next slides also. So sublord theory is the unique feature of this KP system here. Here in Vedic astrology, all we follow is who is the Rashi lord, who is the Bhava lord, where is Bhava Sputa, where is the Bhava Sputa is the Bhava lord, is the where Bhava Sputa is there, Bhava lord is there, we see that. So that carries with that. In KP system, it is not like that. Where is the Bhava Sputa, where is Bhava Sputa, this is a particular degree, says it is an Aries, 20 degrees are like that. It starts from Aries sign lord is Mars. 20 degrees is Bharani star. Star lord is Venus. Then out of the star, Bharani star, what is this 20 degree? What is the sub? There are 9 divisions in the Bharani sub. So what are the 9? What is the 20 degrees? Where is it? Which sub? That will, unless we see the table, we cannot tell. I may go wrong if I tell orally. So what is that sublord? So there are 3 points governing the Bhavasputa. Similarly, sign lord, star lord, and sublord. Like that, suppose any planet in a particular cusp, particular degree, there are sign lord, there is a sign lord, there is a star lord, and there is a sublord also. 3 planets are governing the Bhavasputa or a planetary sputa. Planetary cusp, we call it as cusp, or sputa also, same words. Planet sub, planet sub, planet cusp or Bhava cusp. We'll see that difference is also there. In coming slides, we'll discuss that. So this sublord theory is very important in KP system. Another system, another basis, sub has given so much of importance. Here we should know, yeah, I have already mentioned, idea behind this sublord theory is to distinguish the effects of the different sublords during the tenure of a main dasha period of a planet in Vimsotari dasha system. The main area in those times, the many things have come. Why he had chosen sub? Why Professor Krishnamurti had chosen the sub means there is a difference between the activities of the main dasha lord and the sub dasha lord. Second level, third level, like that we see that. Vimsotari dasha, there is a main level, first level, second level, third level, like that up to 9th level are there. The first level and the second level may not correlate, that they may differ. Why they are differing? That is the point. Here we say a Bharani star, we are taking a boy born in Bharani star, he starts with the Venus dasha. In that Venus Mahardasha. Next second level is what is the sub in that moon star is Bharani, he starts with the Venus Mahardasha. Moon is in which sub? That is the Antardasha, second level dasha will be there. So because this Antara and the main first level and second level effects are differing, he has chosen this this sublord theory. He has highlighted the lord of the sub for differentiating, identifying the Vimsotari dasha differences, effects of the Vimsotha Dasha lords, first lord and second lord, why they are differing like that. This is one of the points why they are differing. There are many other systems, many other points why they are differing, why main Dasha lord is differing with the second level or third level, fourth level, that there are many other points in that. That is a separate chapter on the Vimsotha Dasha system. So this is the basis of the sublord theory that prompted Krishnamurti to adopt this sublord theory in KP system to highlight the difference between the Dasha lords and the Subdasha lords. Next point is ruling planet theory. What is this ruling planet theory? In predictive part, this is about planetary forces commonly prevailing at the time of birth, at the time of judgment, and at the time of fructification of event. That means there are 3 times are given. Birth time, there are ruling planets. At the time of judgment, suppose today somebody born at 4 years back, now you are taken up that horoscope for judgment, for analysis and for analyzing and for predictive purpose and other things. That is the time of judgment. You are predicting a particular bhava of education, health, or anything like that. That is the judgment time. So what are the judgment time prevailing ruling planets? And then what is the fructification time? When the event is likely to happen? These 3 are same, he says. And it is proved also. What are these ruling planets? What is this ruling planet? Ruling planet means this is nothing but the Gochara planets. Here he has taken ruling planets at the time of birth means Lagna, sign lord, star lord, sublord. Lagna sputa is there. Like any other Bhava sputa, Lagna sputa is there. Lagna sputa is having a sign lord, a star lord, and a sublord also. Similarly, moon at the time of birth has a sign lord, star lord, sublord also. So then what is the day lord? Day of birth. Here, day of birth means the day is counted from sunrise to sunrise. Day changes from sunrise to sunrise, not like date. Date changes in the midnight of the day. Here, day starts Sunday, Monday, other thing, day starts with the sunrise to sunrise. So, but the birth is after sunrise, the day be day lord, and before sunrise, next previous day lord. These 7 items. This Lagna, sign lord, star lord, sublord, and moon, sign lord, star lord, sublord, and then day lord. These 7 are the ruling planets of birth time, and they correlate with the time of judgment. Suppose you take up a chart here. Now, these things we are discussing in the next slides also. Anyway, the time of judgment means now you have taken up that. Now you put a chart for this time chart. Again, you get a Lagna. Again, you get a moon sign. Again, you get a day lord. Today's day is Monday. Monday is today. Monday day lord is moon. So again, today's moon is there. Moon, sign lord, star lord, sublord. Now, if you take in the morning, sublord may differ. Now, what is the moon, sign lord, star lord, sublord? Now, what is the Lagna? What is sign lord, sublord? There are 7 points here. These 7 points and that time of birth, 7 planets will almost coincide. They may not be exact. Coincide means similarities will be there. Like that, what is the third point is time of fructification of event. Suppose now I told 4 years back the boy is born. When is he likely to go to the school, education starting? So you are judging on the bhava. Education bhava is number 4th bhava. Education you are searching. When is the education going to fructify? That likely time of event as per the Dasha Bhuktis are also similar to this only. That is the predictive part like that. So this simply thing is ruling planet is the Gochara actually prevailing at the time of birth and time of judgment and also the fructification time like that. So these 2 are the important points, sublot theory and the ruling planet theory. You have to remember well in KP system and how to apply this also. Once you practice it, it is not difficult. It is very easy. You can easily go through that. While explaining, it may take so much of time for me and for you also to understand. But once you start practicing, it is not difficult. We'll come across again these 2 things and some other slides also. And because this is the first slide, I have spent so much on explanation. And now this sublord, subs and sublots. Subs and sublords. Sub is a part of a star. It is an area. It is not a planet. It's an area like a star. and it is like a area. The star of 13.20, 13 degrees 20 divided into 9 unequal parts in the ratio of Vimsotari Dasha periods of all 9 planets. And 27 stars are divided in divided into 9. 27 into 9, 243. Plus, there are 66 extra subs at Bhinnapada Nakshatras. You know Bhinnapada Nakshatras, Kritika, Mrgasira, and Punarvasu are the Bhinnapada Nakshatras. That means in Kritika, one pada is in Mesha, 3 padas are in Taurus. In Mrgasira, 2 padas are in Taurus, 2 padas are in Gemini. Similarly, and these 3 padas are in Punarvasu, 3 padas are in Gemini and 1 in Cancer. These are the sun stars and Mars stars and Jupiter stars. All sun stars, Mars stars, and Jupiter stars are Bhinnapada stars. They are spread all over the 360 degrees. So these things, then the sub repeats, and the Kritika last sub, and then it may repeat in the Aries beginning point. Like so, to 360 degrees are divided by 30, divided by 10 into 30 degrees are spread into the subs of these stars like that. That's resulted in the 6 extra subs. So 249 is the total subs in KP system, 249 sublords you get. When I say the star is divided into 9 parts and 27 stars is 9 parts, only 243. How you got it in 249 is the general question. We get it out. So for that, I'm explaining this. So here, like a Rashi, sign lord, and also a star lord. A sub also has a lord. A sublord actually is approved in Vimsotari system while we are using, and the second level dashas are the subs actually, sublords actually. Here, so for that reason, lordship of each sub is attributed to all 9 planets. Sublord of first sub in each star is its own star lord, because Ashwini star, Ashwini lord is Ketu, and Ashwini first sub is the Ketu sublord. Second sub is the, you will get in the next slide, this demonstration. Next, the second sub is the, after Ashwini, Bharani is there, Venus. After Bharani, Kritika is there. Third sub is of Sun, Kritika Lord. Like that, you'll see in the next, see below the classification of subs here. In each star of 1320, here you see here. This is only for Ashwini star I prepared here. Like this, you can prepare for every star like that. There's a general table. Now I have not included that all 249 subs here because number of slides will go up. So here Ashwini, first sub is Ketu, 0 degrees, 46 minutes, 40 seconds. And this is how it has come. 120 years of Vimsotari total periods. Out of that, 7 years is the Ketu main Dasha period. And 13 Ketu star, Ashwini star of span of 13 degrees 20 minutes is divided by 120 by 7, 7 by 120, 7 by 120 like that. Then you will get 40 minutes, 46 minutes, 40 seconds for Ketu. Similarly, Venus is 20. Here it is easy. 20 degrees, 20 years is the Venus main period. After 120 years is the 1/6. So what is 1/6 of the 13 degrees span and 20 minutes span of a star? Star is 13 degrees, 20 minutes means 800 minutes actually. 800 is 1/6 of the 800 is again 13 minutes, 20 seconds like that. You will get 13 degrees divided into 20 minutes. Similarly, on that formula, you will get it. All the subs are calculated like that. Duration of each sub. This duration of a sub of Ketu sub is same in all stars. Duration of Venus sub is same. 2 degrees, 13 minutes, 20 seconds is same in all stars. So, but the sequence differs. Ashwini star, it starts with the Ketu sub. Bharani star starts from the Venus sub. For all sun stars starts from the sun sub. Like that, again at the end it repeats like that. So the duration of a sub is same in all stars like that. This is the span, and for this There are tables for all the 27 stars like this. In each star, signlord, starlord, sublot, 27, 249 total subs are there. This 249 in used in horary also in KP system. Now we are not discussing here horary system in KP. KP is mostly famous for horary system. There is a general phenomena. KP is good for the horary system. There are a lot of books on horary system in KP system also. So it is popular in the 240. Out of the 249, you choose a number, they say. As per that number becomes a lagna of that time. All other planets are casted as per the that time only. So like that, a KP Bhava chart is prepared, Nirayana and a horary discussion is horary chart is made like that, and then Prashna is prepared on the KP Prashna. That is also very good actually. So, and all the rest of the procedures are same in horary or natal charts. Procedure of analysis is same, but casting of the chart differs from that only. So this 249 is a typical number, is an important number. 249 subs in KP system is an important number. How this is how the 249 subs are arrived in calculating this. The order of sequence of planet sub in a star commences with the lord of that star. That is sublord of the first sub in Ashwini star is the Ketu, and of Bharani is with Venus, and so on like that. So this is most important. Here you can also notice one more. The longest duration in Vimsotadasa is 20 years of Venus. The longest sub is 2 degrees 13 minutes 20 in the span. Venus sub, the longest duration of all the things. The shortest period in Vimsotadasa is 6 years is the sun. Sun is 40 minutes only. The sun sub in any star, the sun sub is only 40 minutes. So here this is more important. What is the duration of a sub? Particularly the transits, a planet goes in a particular longer duration and shorter duration. Like that is another important point here. And because we're already astrologers, I'm telling you that another point is in the small subs case, Sandhi of planets, junction of planets, Sandhi, sun sub and the next sub is moon. Prior, this is sun sub is only 40 minutes. And Ketu sub is another thing is 40 minutes. And Mars sub is another 46 minutes, 40 seconds only. Here, the Sandhi problems will be there, either in the birth chart or in the transit also like that. So that is another point here in the subs. You have to notice that sub is an important part in KP system. Sublord plays a vital role in predictive part. 100%, 200% vital role sublord plays in that. We'll come to that. Right. Now, the ruling planet I have already explained is a cornerstone of the KP system. Well-known concept is here, human mind is subjected to the influence of the planetary configuration at any given time. Now, you are sitting there and I am sitting here, but the planetary influence is common for both of us to listen on this subject, to hear, to deal with this subject. This is the common uniform thread, cosmic setup is like that. So there is a uniform thread, cosmic thread is there. That is commonly we are following this particular time now. This is influencing both of us here. And the group of people are influencing that. The classical astrologers realized that the influence of the cosmic setup on the minds of astrologers and the clients. Now here is the speaker and the listener, participants. All participants' minds are same here in the native verse in similar direction at any given time. So that is why the birth chart born 4 years back, if you take up now for discussion, the ruling planets of now at this time and the ruling planets at the birth time, they correlate in almost. There is a way of correlating those things here. Apparently, they may correlate directly or indirectly also. We have to verify and confirm the birth time also. For confirmation of the birth time rectification, this is the most important point also, the ruling planets. And Professor Krishnamurti used this phenomena and included ruling planet theory in predictive part. This is the ruling planet theory is most important. Sublord theory and ruling planet theory, the most important in this KP system of astrology. So here one more for our students and beginners mostly, the one more experiment is you after the tomorrow you take up, you note down the time and prepare a KP chart and any computer and correctly prepare. You take the ruling planets at that time, Lagna and other things. Lagna, sign lord, star lord, sublord, moon, sign lord, star lord, sublord, and day lord. We'll come across the details later, and then pick up a chart from your own library. I have already worked from pick up 2-3 charts or 3-4 charts like that. That will tally all the 3 charts, and with that time of sitting, where when you are sitting to verify that, that will tally. This is practically proved in many cases here. So this classical theory is adapted by Krishnamurti like that. Krishnamurti used this phenomena of including ruling planets. To be more clear, the concept is that planets co-ruling at the moment when a matter is taken up for study with real zeal will co-rule with the time of judgment. With the fructification of otherwise, that matter under study is also getting fructified. This is found highly helpful in pinpointing the timing of future events. Suppose somebody asks a marriage, when is marriage likely to happen? Suppose as per the Dasha Bhukti and there are things, you are getting married in the next year 2024. As per so-and-so Dasha, so-and-so that will be coinciding with the today's ruling planets. Now the time of judgment, today's means now we are judging the horoscope for marriage bhava purpose. That coincides with the probable time. Then only the event is likely to happen. That so that Dasha Bhukti under also should support the marriage event. Like that, this is pinpointing the future events of both birth and horary charts. Horary charts also the same principle. It is again I will repeat that the co-ruling at the time. The concept is that planets co-ruling at the moment is when the when the matter is taken up for study. Matter means a birth chart is taken up for study with a real edge will co-rule the movements of the fructuation of or otherwise of that matter at that time. That matter means that a Bava chart and other things like that. The movement of fructification or otherwise of that matter, that Bava. So suppose now I told marriage under study. This will be tallied. So this is found highly useful in pinpointing the timing of birth. Similarly, the birth time correction also. Now if you are taken up for birth time correction of a chart, what is given in the birth time? Here now what is the birth time? What are the ruling planets? Now when you are checking that, what are the other things like that? You see that for these softwares are also, some softwares are providing the immediate ruling planets also in that. Some softwares are giving what at the time of birth, what are the ruling planets, at the time of casting the chart, what are the ruling planets. They are both are given in the software, some softwares. This is also useful to rectify the given birth time because birth is also an event of life. So here I have already told you what are those ruling planets. Ruling planets are Lagna, sign lord, star lord, sublord, moon, sign lord, star lord, sublord, and day lord. These are the 7 items. 7 items are seen here. Lagna, sign lord, star lord, sublord, moon, sign lord, star lord, sublord, and then day lord of any day. Sunrise to sunrise is the day actually. So this core ruling planet theory and sublord theory are highly important here. Now we'll come to the you have any doubts you can ask at this stage. Shall we entertain doubts or we'll go at the end? We'll go at the end. Again, we'll repeat the ruling planets, subplanets also, we'll repeat that. Now we'll come to the differences and similarities between KP system and traditional system. This is more useful and easily understandable to the already astrologers in Vedic astrology, and most of you are already astrologers. So KP system is the base, ayanamsa is only based on the KP ayanamsa or Lahiri ayanamsa. It is your option. So, and traditional system, Lahiri ayanamsa only you have to follow. Of course, now B.B. Raman has started his own ayanamsa. Some other astronomers have started their own ayanamsa. That's a different thing. But mainly the Lahiri KP traditional system, Lahiri ayanamsa is generally followed. And second item is KP system, Bava Division is based on the Placidius method, like in Western astrology, unequal house division. So all houses are not equally not of equal duration. That means some are about sign is around 30 degrees. Some bhavas may be 29 or 27 like that. At 27, some bhavas are 29, and nothing will be more than the 30. Generally, rarely you get more than 30 also sometimes, but in no case it is less than ayanamsa. No bhava duration should be less than ayanamsa. If it is less than ayanamsa, your calculations are wrong. It's because we are from Sayana, after deducting ayanamsa, you are getting nirayana. So that means if any bhava cannot be less than ayanamsa duration. Ayanamsa generally today is ayanamsa is around 22, 23 degrees or so like that. So no bhava can be lesser than the 23 degrees duration. If it is anything like that, your calculations are wrong. Your computer output is wrong. So that means a Bava division in Placidus system is based on the unequal house division, and Sripati system is based on the equal house division. Equal house divisions means all bhavas are spread in the equal region. Again, in this, and something intercepted bhavas and dual signs are there. Duplicate signs are there. Some two bhavas putas are in one Rasi, and in one Rasis are some Rasis are vacant also. Like that also you will find that. So similarities will be there. That is a different thing that you will find in Sripati also, in Placidius also you will find that. That is another topic like that. We'll see that. That you will get in extreme northern latitudes, or sometimes in our latitudes also. And when the times are in extreme times, you will get that. Times are some extreme times are there. Duration, you will get intercepted signs and bhavas. Duplicate signs, you will get that. That is a separate topic, and that it requires also in particularly in transit astrology, it is essential. You have to see that. Then Bava Cusp is the beginning of the house. This already I told. Bava Sputa or Bava Cusp is the beginning of the house in KP system, like in Western astrology also. In traditional system, Bhava Sputa is the middle of the house. There we discuss Bhava Arambha, Bhava Madhya, Bhava Antya. We are discussing in the traditional astrology. Here Bhava Sputa is the beginning of the Bhava, and next Bhava Sputa is the ending of the earlier Bhava and beginning of the next Bhava, like that. So the whole chart here, item 4, whole chart is divided into 249 subs, and Bhava cusps and planet cusps are marked. No divisional charts are necessary in the KP system. Here 249 subs are prepared. 249 subs are there already in the chart. As per that, Bhava cuspal positions are 12 Bhava cusps are there. For each Bhava, there is a sign lord, star lord, sublord. You are marking that. And for each planet, there is a sign lord, star lord, and sublord. Bhava cusp means Bhava degree. Planet cusp means planet degree. In simple terms, in simple language, planet degrees and Bhava degrees. Every degree, there is a sign lord, there is a star lord, and a sublord. Out of the 249 subs, there is a sublord also there, like that. So here in KP system, we do not prepare any divisional charts like Navamsha or D9, D10, D10 like that. Shodasamsa theories there, D60 are there. So many divisional charts we are making in the for each purpose we are making each divisional chart we are making like that. Here in KP system, we don't make any divisional chart. Only one sheet. One sheet is prepared. That's all. Only one paper. One sheet is prepared. So in KP and traditional system, whole Rasi chart is divided into separate divisional charts and made like D9, D up to D60. No subs of stars or theory is used here. We are not following the sublord theory here. The star is not divided here. Star is divided into 4 parts, 4 padas, and 4 padas are used in all these things like Navamsa and other things. That is only the division. The star is not divided into 9 parts, only divided into 4 padas like that. as per that. So that is the difference between, and the main easy point is KP system only one sheet of paper, and it runs for traditional system is to D60 up to D60, 16 divisional charts are there at least like that. Another difference is KP system, Bava cusp and its position is identified with the degree in zodiac sign with its sign lord, starlord and sublord. I have already told like that. In traditional system, Bava spota and its position identified is a degree in zodiac and it's a sign lord, only sign lord. If it is in Aries, 29 degrees also, the sign lord is Mars. It is Taurus 1 degree, its sign lord is Venus. Like that, Bhava degree in a sign and its sign lord is decided in the traditional system. When it goes to the Navamsa, other calculations, other interpretations are there are different. In KP system, each Bhava cusp is divided into sign, is identified or described or narrated or explained by its sign lord, star lord, and sublord throughout your predictive part. Bhava cusp is sign lord, star lord, sublord. We'll prepare another table for that. We are coming to that later. So like that, Bhava cuspal sublord promises or denies the Bhava results. So here, now the predictive part, Bhava result. 1 to 12 Bhavas are there. 1 to 12 Bhavas, what is the purpose of a Bhava? There is a life event in that. All the 12 Bhavas, there is a life event in that. Suppose say, the education, 4th Bhava, higher education, 9th Bhava. So whether a fellow is getting education or higher education or not, the 4th Bhava, Cuspal sublord tells whether it is promised him or not, whether education is promised for this native decided by the 4th Cuspal sublord or the 9th Cuspal sublord. 4th or 9th also you can take. If it is promised or not promised, that we have to decide first of all. Suppose you are discussing on the education point of a candidate, of a native. So whether education is promised for this native or not means that 4th Bhava Cuspal sublord decides whether he gets here the common word used in KP system or any other system is whether event is promised or not. Here we use the word promise or deny. That is commonly used in KP system. Here, 4th cusp sublord connections with so many bhavas are there or not. That decides whether he gets education or not. And 9th cusp sublord, whether higher education he gets or not, like that. Sometimes some people are good in up to high school level or graduation. After they fail. Sometimes they are bad up to high school level or even graduation. After they will be successful. In those cases, that depends on the dasha bhuktis like that. So Bhava Cuspal sublord, and in the KP system we decide as per the Bhava Cuspal sublord. I am repeating that because I am maybe going faster and my voice is generally the dialogues are faster. So I am repeating for that purpose. Kindly follow. And Bhava Cuspal lord decides the event is like similarly marriage event. Marriage is 7th Bhava. 7th Bhava Cuspal lord decides whether a particular native marries or do not marry. Whether he marries, is it comfortable, is a happy marital life or unhappy marital life. That is decided by the 7th Bhava Cuspal sublord, like that. So a job or business, 10th Bhava Cuspal sublord decide that. Here compared to the traditional system, Bhava lord and Bhava occupants have a role in finalizing the results of that Bhava. You are familiar with this. When you take the 10th house, suppose, or 4th house education itself we take, you see where is who is the occupant of the Bhava, 4th Bhava. The occupant is powerful than the Lord in traditional system. Or in here also. Occupant is more powerful, tenant is more powerful than the owner. Actually, owner can, once he has given it rent on house, he cannot enter into the house without the tenant's permission. So the occupant, 4th occupant decides whether he is good in education or not, like that. So in traditional system, we see the occupant, the Bhava lord, and the Bhava Bhavat Bhava, Bhava Lord, Bhava Bala, Bhava Bala, Bhavat Bala, Bhava Occupant Bala, Bhava Adipati Bala. Like that we see in the traditional system. In KP system, we see simply the Bava, fourth Bava, Cuspal, sublord connections to the houses, connections to the houses. Here again, you are already aware of it. I am just reminding what is the purpose of Bava division. There are 12 Bhavas. 12 Bhavas, there are life events, varieties of life events are there by the human being. Varieties of life events. What are these varieties? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Purusharthas. So first 1, 5, 9 are the Dharma Trikona, and 2, 6, 10 are the Artha Trikona, 3, 7, 11 are the Kama Trikona, and similarly 4, 8, 12 are the Moksha Trikona. That is the purpose of Bhava division, to decide that. So what is the item of event, whether it is useful, whether it is successful, that or not, is the Bhava. You decide on the Bhava Cuspal sublord. Here in traditional system, you take Bhava occupant. There is no Bhava occupant here. Who is the Bhava Lord? Who is aspecting Bhava? We see that Panchaprakara Sambandha, we see in traditional system. So many occupants are, so many come there. PAC, position, aspect, and conjunctions like that. Panchaprakara Sambandha, we go like that in traditional system. You are already aware of it, all those things. So in KP system, simple point is fourth Bhava Cuspal connection to houses. What are the houses connected to that? Here, this is more important. It is common for both the traditional and system. What are the important houses? Fourth Cuspal sublord connected, or in the case of the fourth traditional, fourth Bhava occupants are connected to which Bhavas? What are those Bhavas? Then Bhavas, we have to classify harmonious and detrimental Bhavas. Actually, Avas are interdependent. Each Bhava is interdependent.
100 रुपए एन्नी महंगे हो गए
Hello?
देना
Hello?
लिफाफा दे
Hello? Second.
Yeah, now you can unmute yourself, Professor Rao. Kindly unmute yourself, Professor Rao.
Now, Bava Cuspal Lord decides the position here. Here in this Bhavas, I am discussing, there are 12 Bhavas, and you are now studying about the fourth Bhava, and there are all Bhavas are interdependent. So we classify them as harmonious Bhavas and detrimental Bhavas, Bhava to Bhava. Second Bhava and 11th Bhava are dependent Bhavas. They are not independent. The results of the efforts made in some other Bhavas, the second Bhava, Dhana, flow of money inside, and 11th Bhava, the Labhasthana, they get that. Suppose 10th house, you are doing job. 6th house, you are doing service, job. That result is reflected in the 11th Bhava and second Bhava is Dhana. Like that, unless the 11th Bhava is good enough, no Bhava you get the results. And another thing I said, harmonious and detrimental Bhavas, that also will come across that in the coming flights. That harmonious and detrimental means, suppose the most commonly known item is marriage. Every time I am taking marriage, I don't feel that. Marriage is the 7th house. 12th to any Bhava is detrimental to that Bhava. The 6th is negative to the 7th Bhava. You are using the words of negative and positive like that. So similarly, 4th
Rao,
Bhava.
sir, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Rao, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Someone drawing in your screen, sir. Can you go on security and uncheck annotation?
What these lines you mean? Some lines have come. Huh?
Yes, someone draw this line because we have given access of annotation. So
I don't know how to check that annotation.
Sir,
Nitesh, can't we do it? Can't we do it ourselves, Nitesh?
No, sir. It's done by the person who is sharing the screen.
Otherwise, I have to.
Okay.
Let me
Stop the screen sharing for a second and restart it, Nitesh.
That is easy. That is easy.
Sir, give me 2 minutes. Sir, let me tell you, sir. At footer, there is an option of security.
Where is it?
Footer side, where mute and unmute option is there.
Yes, mute is there. Unmute.
And third one is the security.
Security is there. Security is here. What I should do? Allow
you
all
can
participants.
annotation. There is option of annotation. Allow participant to share screen.
Annotate on share content. I should untick this. Uncheck.
Yeah, you can uncheck it.
Now again the lines are still there.
Sir,
No,
because
stop screen sharing and restart it.
Stop.
screen and then it will automatically
New
move, sir.
share. Stop screen sharing and new share. New share, no. Chart, stop screen sharing.
Just stop the screen sharing and restart the screen share.
This is
Just stop it right now. On the top, you will see option to stop.
New share, it has come. Stop video. Stop video, no.
No, sir. Stop screen sharing.
New share is there. New share.
Sir, but before
share. Right.
now you can start from the start new, sir.
Share screen. I can start.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now you can.
I can start PowerPoint. I think that the share.
Done. This is fine.
Right. Now we have to learn this separate course. Then where are we? Bava Cuspal Sublot. We are discussing more on this. We'll save on the coming slides like that. Here, Bhavas, I'm telling, harmonious and detrimental Bhavas. This fourth Bhava, we are talking about the education. Fourth Bhava Cuspal Sublot connected to the harmonious houses, that means education is successful. If it is connected to the detrimental houses, education has certain obstructions. Sometimes it is connected to both positive and negative houses. So the mixed results. Mixed results, out of that, what is good is more or bad is more. Or what is good is first and then bad is later. What is bad is first and what is bad is later. But good is later. Like that, so many discriminations are there. That depends on the astrologers, and as per the context of the case, as per the context of the horoscope, we have to see that where the Dasha Bhukti Antaras are preceding or succeeding, like that, good Dasha Bhuktis and other theses. Suppose in mixed results only, the job of astrologer is more actually. If it is successful, all right, nobody will come to us actually. Only we get only the patients. Patients only we get. So in mixed results, in detrimental houses, when it is connected, what is the point of that? That is the Bava Division. Purpose of our Bava Division is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha results. And out of that, our job is to select what is successful and unsuccessful, detrimental and detrimental types. Here, in coming to the difference between KP system and traditional system, Bava Cuspalord decides whether education is promised or denied to this man. And in traditional system, for this purpose, you have to see the Bava occupants. If there are no occupants or occupants, and then Bava Lord and aspects on the Bava Kaspa, Bava and aspects on the Bava. That means Bava Bala, Bhavadipati Bala, Bhava Bala. So many items are seen in the traditional systems like that. So I can give a separate article on the traditional system also. That's a different thing. We can see at the right time as per our planet's permission. We'll see that. Then next point is similarly planet cusp. Here, cuspal sublots we have taken, sublots we have taken, cuspal sublots we have taken. There are two varieties of cuspal sublots are there. One is Bhava cuspal sublot, other is planet cuspal sublot. This you have to differentiate. You have to understand mainly for understanding KP system, what is the role of the Bhava cuspal sublot, what is the role of the planetary cuspal sublot actually. So we are coming to the another slides also on this point. So now I'll deal with it. We'll save time in the latter. Here what we have seen, Bhava, fourth Bhava cuspal sublot decides, promises whether he gets education or not. That is enough. When he is getting in a particular dasha period, he will get. That is only that decided he gets education, let us say. Then planetary cuspal sublot is decided with its degree in zodiac sign and its sign lord and star lord and sublot. What is the planet X is there in a particular degree, in a particular sign is there, it's a sign lord, it's a star lord and sublord. We are preparing a chart like that. That chart also I'll show coming point. Now, what is the role of the planet cusp lord? Bava cusp lord you have seen in the promising or not promising the event of that Bava. In planetary cusp lord, what it says is identified with its degree in zodiac sign, it is decided, and each it has a role, we'll come to that. And each planetary cusp in traditional system, planetary cusp is identified with its degree in zodiac and its sign lord. Here, planetary cusp means there is no sublord in traditional system. Only it decides the where is it in Rashi sign, where is its degree sign, where is its a star, sign and sign lord, and then where is in the divisional charts, where is that planet in divisional chart. It is, we do not talk about the sub in this traditional system. Only that we will come to that later in detail. Planets in its dasha period gives the results of the house owned by that planet's star lord. In dasha period, suppose X planet dasha and main dasha, second level Y planet, let us say X into Y. And in planet in dasha period gives the results of the house owned by that planet's star lord. Here every planet has a star lord. In KP system, what is the planet's star lord? You are now running the dasha of the Venus. Venus star lord. Who is Venus star lord in the birth chart in KP system? We have to see that star lord owning what are the houses, where that star lord is posited, occupied, and where that what is its ownership of the that star lord. That results are given by the planet dasha. Shukra in its dasha period, it gives the results of its star lord, occupation bhava, and then owning bhava. First occupation bhava results, then ownership bhava results. That is how the planetary periods, dasha periods results are decided in the KP system. In coming to this traditional system, planet gives the results of the house occupied first, and then of those houses owned by that planet. Here same Venus, let us take Venus dasha. Venus is occupant of some bhava. That bhava result is given in the Venus dasha period. And then Venus is owning some other two houses, Taurus and Libra. What are those bhavas falling in the Taurus and Libra? That bhava results are given by the Venus in traditional system. So that is the difference in this KP system and KP system and the traditional system in deciding the dasha period events. And similarly, 8th hour, 9th. Planet sublord, here comes, and planet sublord decides the favorable or unfavorable nature of the results are given by that planet. Here same, let us take the same Venus. Venus, it has a sign lord, it has a sign sublord, and a sign lord, star lord, and a sublord. The sublord decides the favorable and unfavorable results of the planet. So Venus, what are the results in the previous point? Here, planet in the dasha period gives the results of the planet star lord. Venus is giving it's a star lord. Suppose Venus star lord, let us say sun. Venus is in the sun star. Sun is occupant of something and occupant of those results are given. Whether that is favorable or unfavorable to the native in KP system is decided by its sublord. Venus has a star lord and a sublord. Besides, Venus has a sign lord, a star lord, and a sublord. So the Venus star lord decides the nature of the event given by the Venus in its dasha, and Venus sublord decides whether that nature is good or bad to the native, good or bad to the favorable or unfavorable nature of the result given by that planet to the native. So the role of the planet sublord is to decide the positive or negative, benefic or malefic nature of the results given by its planet. Suppose Venus dasha is running, Venus sign lord, star lord, sublord are there. Venus gives the results of its star lord, and the nature of the results, whether favorable or unfavorable to the native, depends on its Venus sublord. How they decide? The Venus sublord has its own connections to the other houses. So that decide that. I am giving the predictive part here more, because otherwise you cannot differentiate the differences. In traditional system, afflictions on the house lord and occupants decides the favorable, unfavorable nature of that planet. Here in Bhava Lord, fourth Bhava Lord, fourth occupants. Afflictions are afflictions on the house, fourth house, or occupants of the house. What are their afflictions? Benefic or malefic afflictions are there. That decides the quality of the result, quality of education, successful or failure of education. That is decided by the afflictions on the house lord, and occupants decided the favorable and unfavorable here. Here, sign lord, star lord gives the nature of the result, and sublord decides the favorable or unfavorable, benefic or malefic nature of the result. Here, next point is Rahu Ketu has a special description. Rahu Ketu are same both in traditional national and also in KP system, and both are same actually. Here in KP system, we draw another item after drawing the KP chart. KP birth chart we are drawing. After that, Rahu Ketu equivalents we see here. Rahu Ketu give our shadow planets, we all know. They give the results of the planets with which they are conjoined, first preference. If next point, planets which are aspecting the Rahu Ketu. Rahu Ketu have no aspects here. We do not consider the Rahu Ketu aspect theory here. Rahu Ketu is aspected by some other planet. Rahu Ketu imbibe the spirit of the planets which are aspecting the Rahu Ketu. So that is the second item. Third item, like any other planet, Rahu and Ketu are also having star lords and sign lords. Here, Rahu Ketu sublords we are not considering here. Here, Rahu Ketu has a star lord and a sign lord, and some planets are aspecting Rahu Ketu, and some planets are conjoined with Ketu. So we prepare a table after preparing the Rahu model horoscope. I am showing the model horoscope also. After preparing the birth chart, we are preparing the Rahu Ketu equivalents also in a separate table. That is a part of the casting of the chart. Here we say if whether any planet is conjoined with Rahu Ketu, nil. If it is conjoined, we write X or Z. Right, next planet, any planet aspecting Rahu or Ketu, we put it there if there is anything. If there is nothing, we will delete nil. Next is there should be a star lord. So Rahu Ketu will be star lord. And then there is a sign lord also. There is no Rahu and Rahu Ketu are in particular degrees only. Every degree has a sign lord and a star lord. Here we do not take the sublord. Only sign lord and star lord are taken. So during the Rahu Ketu periods, or whenever you want the results, the predictive part results of the Rahu Ketu, we see the planets with which they are conjoined. Rahus are conjoined. Are planets aspecting the Rahu Ketu, and then there is a star lord and the sign lord of that Rahu Ketu. Those results we see. The bhavas, the planets which are conjoined with the Rahu. So what are the planets, where they are occupying which bhava, and what is the lordship of that conjoined planets. That, and similarly, the planets aspecting the Rahu Ketu, maybe more than one or two planets also like that. So what are the planets aspecting the Rahu Ketu? What are its placement, in which bhava they are occupying, and which bhava they are owning that lordship of that bhava. That is also counted in assessing the Rahu Ketu results, in particularly Rahu Ketu dasha periods, like that. In traditional system, mostly sign lord of Rahu and Ketu are considered here. Of course, there are different theories in Rahu Ketu for traditional system also that we will not discussing here. Mostly the sign lord of Rahu Ketu is taken as its representatives. Next is, and most important point in KP system is, functional roles of the planets are only taken into consideration. We do not consider the Naisargika position of the, or positional strength of the planets. Here, planets' functional role. What is functional role? You know, every planet has a Naisargika and a functional. Tatkala. Tatkala means functional. Tatkala, that is lordship, ownership, and occupation. That is functional. Suppose Jupiter is there for Tula Lagna, is the sixth lord, is a malefic, Papi. Jupiter is a Naisargika Subha, Naisargika good planet, but for Tula Lagna is a Naisargika Papi. Here like that, suppose Jupiter, if it is connected to the 6, 8, 12, is a functional malefic here. like that. Suppose the same even for Tula Lagna, if Jupiter is connected to good bhavas in KP system, he is not a malefic, functional malefic. He is considered as a this thing. Like that. Here we do not consider the Naisargika or positional strength also we are not considering. What is this positional strength? Naisargika, you know that. And positional strength means a planet in a particular position. Other day we have seen retrogression, moving forward and backward. Motional strength, that is positional strength is sthiti, yuti, drushti. Sthiti, position is sthiti. Yuti is also position. And drushti is different. Sthiti, yuti, positional strength is in where it is posited. It is a friendly sign or a inimical sign, Shatru, Mitra, Samabhava, and what are the sign lord, its friend or its enemy, like that. We see that positional strength here. Own sign, Shatru sign, or neutral sign, or friendly sign, Mitra sign, we see that traditional strength. Here we do not see that. Positional strength we do not consider. So, Naisargika and positional strength are not considered this. That is why in KP system also, retrogression we do not consider, because we are not considering the emotional strength. We are only taking the degree. Degree, it's a sign lord, star lord, and sublord. That ends it. Whether it moves forward or backward, we are not considering here. We are not considering the emotional strength. In traditional, we are considering the Shadbala. Shadbala, emotional strength is one of the Shadbalas. And Shodasvarga strength, we are considering that. So both functional and Naisargika roles are taken in the traditional system because of the Shadbala and Shodasvarga strength. That is Shodasvarga strength we are taking, Shadbala strength is taking in each division. Divisional signs we are taking in traditional system, like that. So here we consider only the positional strength, means particular degree, whether it is retro or forward or backward or stagnant, we are not considered. What is its sign lord, what is its star lord, what is its sublord, that's only we are considering here. So motion strength is not considered, retrogression is not considered in KP system, but later theories in KP system are considering in horary Shastra, retro is considered in horary KP system. In horary, retro is considered in certain cases. That's a further development of the system, not by the original KP system, but it is still valid. I don't deny the research people doing on the KP system. That is also valid in some horary systems, other things like that. There are certain other principles to interpret that retro planet in horary system here, like that. Yeah. So that is these are the things. And the last point, I think it is the last point, 12th point. Planets aspects are same in Vedic astrology, and additional aspects like in Western astrology are also considered sometimes in mostly for results of the transiting planets here. And the aspects are both are same, because all planets having Saptam Drushti and special planets having special Drushtis of Saturn, Mars and Jupiter have special aspect. Both are common in both the KP system and traditional system. In addition to that, we take in Western astrology point to point. These things are there that sometimes we say the square and trine are already used in here also there, like that. Point to point descriptions are the aspects are there in mostly in the transiting results. Transiting planet, when interpreting on the natal chart, what are the aspects of the transiting planet on the natal planets? There we consider the Western astrology aspects in this KP system mostly, but most of them are not conversant with those accidents and they are not using also. But it is better to use that if necessary, and you may require, may not require also in all cases, like that, like that. So next comes the similarity in general. Graha Tattva, Bhava Tattva, and Rashi Tattva are same in all systems of astrology wherever you go in the world. Sun is hot, moon is cool, that's all. Saturn is slow, Saturn is mild, Saturn is lazy. Rahu is confusing, Rahu is always confusing, Rahu is also a wealth giver, Rahu is also gift giver. Say that good and bad are same. Rahu, Graha Tattva, Rashi Tattva, and Bhava Tattva, no changes. The entire job is of the astrologer is mixing of this, how they are mixed in the cosmic setup, how in a birth chart, how they are mixed up, like that, like a pan masala, a pan and supari and lime is are enough actually for making a pan, but hundreds of pan varieties are there today. So how it is made? Only these three combinations. A graha in a particular bhava gives the results of the graha plus bhava tattva plus Rashi Tattva behind the Bhava. that Rasi Tattva cannot be ignored. In both the systems, special care is essential in interpreting the effects of planets in junctions, Sandhi stars, Bhavasputa, and signs. Sandhi stars is a special conjunctions. This is most confusing planet actually. That confusing point actually here. Shall I repeat this? Graha Tattva, Bhava Tattva, and Rasi Tattva are same in all systems of astrology. Here also do not change, but the combinations are like that as per the day-to-day modern life events. You have to check up that like that. Suppose modern events means, suppose in the olden books you say government job. Now where is the government? Where is the government job? How many jobs the government can provide today? So you say the corporate body, a large corporate body, national or international corporate body, a successful corporate body, like that. Everybody, corporations are there like that, corporate bodies. We can say like that. So that is equivalent. That as per the Desha Kala Mana Paristhiti, you have to interpret that the systems like that. So in both the systems, special care is essential. Here in this, Sandhi planets are important. Sandhi means junctions, junction between two rasis, junction between two Bhavasputas. Bhavasputa again, whether the planet is nearer the Bhavasputa or far from the Bhavasputa, is generally we see in the traditional system. The same system here also applies. Whether it is nearer to the Bhavasputa or far from the Bhavasputa or middle of the Bhava, like that, that depends on the Bhava results like that. That planet, how much Bhava results it can afford to give like that. So that junction again here, a sign junction, a star junction, and in case of KP, a sub junction also. That I already told in case of the smaller subs of Ketu of 040 degrees and 046 and sun of 040 minutes, 40 minutes, small subs are there. Suns, Ketu and Mars are small subs because they are only Vimshottara Dasha duration is only 7 years and 6 years. 6 years for Sun and 7 years for Ketu, and this thing. The highest sub is Venus, 20 years span of Vimshottara Dasha. That is the small subs when the planet is tilting. The computers may truncate so many numbers like that, and they put it in some figure like that, that you get confused. The Ketu is supposed to give so much results, it's not giving. That is a small sub. The computer may shift it like there. Astrologer has to use his intuition. That's all. That depends on the merits of the astrologer. There, that is, he is lucky, and the other person also, if he is lucky, he can decode that chart. Otherwise, it is difficult. So the care is essential in case of the subs in any system, either in traditional system or in junction like that. KP system, in any system you follow that junctions are very useful. In the case of the subs within a star, that the KP system is extra time item is this junction of sub, comes in sub like that. So these are the differences between that, and similarities and differences in KP system and traditional system. I have dealt with that. And next is in KP system, it is all over. Now I have given so far the introduction covered so far, introduction of the KP system, and almost some of the I had to deal with the predictive part also to explain this basic principles of the introduction. I have done it. Then the mathematical part, casting of a birth chart in KP system is a mathematical part. We are not handling here. It is a lengthy process. A model chart. So a model chart is shown here below. It is a lengthy chart actually. It used to take about 2 hours and 2.5 hours in the beginning days. And later, when we are experienced, it used to take 1 hour actually. And to correct all that, it takes another 15 minutes. So you have to recheck that. In those days, after calculating manually, we have to recheck everything that we ourselves are not confident. So like that, we have to recheck that. We have to prepare the ruling planets. So many things, so many processes are there. In those days, we are using the raffle table of houses and the ephemeris like that, and Sayana ephemeris, Nirayana ephemeris sometimes are not available. Some years it is not available, past birth it is not available. So many things we used to collect manually like that. We are not, so unless we are studying the casting of chart, our teacher do not use to go forward for explaining, decoding the chart. How to decoding chart means, unless you are perfect in casting the chart, my teacher never allowed that. So my teacher has made it a compulsory casting of chart. In our exams, casting of chart is a compulsory question. All other questions are optional. So like that, we are trained by my Guru Purnima Rao. I should recollect and I should pay respect to Dr. Purnima Rao of Hyderabad. Is a KP system. If people know it, he is no more. He has started an institute also. He made me some years vice president. Later, so after his death also, I was a president for 5 years. Later, I handed over to their sons only. His sons only. And now they are running that. And why I am telling this means our course is 9 months. Out of that, we deal with the 2 months, two Sundays, every Sunday, 9 months. And about 8 to 10 Sundays, we deal with the casting of the chart of birth in India, birth in daytime, birth in night time, in the afternoon, at the sunrise time, at the sunset time, in the afternoon time, birth in the night, in India, in foreign countries, in northern hemisphere, in southern hemisphere, like that. We tried on all manually, we tried that. We had that like that. So much of work is done. So it is compulsory there. Now I continued the same procedure. Casting of chart is compulsory. Because of that, people are going back. People are dropping out. Now they join about 40-50 candidates will join in the beginning. Once we start casting of chart is made compulsory, after 2-3 weeks, they will drop out. Like that now because they have an alternative. They got computer outputs like that today. Now you don't know, unless you know the manual casting of chart, you don't know how to, whether the computer is correct or not, we like that. When the computer software has come in the beginning in 2000 year, who is to correct the computers? Even now also the computer makers, some software people, they consult me, but how to check the, for checking, they prepare something and they come to me for checking the casting of chart, not only the KP chart, but the divisional chart also, because they are not sure of that. Now, so many ephemeris have changed, systemaries have come, NASA has ruled, has given so many changes in the ephemeris also like that. So many things are there. And now, model chart is not dealt with here now for analysis, but the time purpose like that. Anyway, I have made a model chart methods and model chart preparation in my book also. My book also is on the stellar astrology and KP system with application of the Vedic astrology system. With that book is there. Anyway, I'm not advertising for that now. I'm not supposed to advertise here. You can know that model. So you should know how to prepare a birth chart. Manual casting a birth chart, you should know at least the steps. Then only you can use you can understand how it becomes. While casting the chart itself, you know how the native is suffering or enjoying or why he has come, what for he has come, what type of sufferings he is undergoing. Like that you understand in the 2 hours of casting of the birth chart, you understand the pulse of it. Because that fellow used to give date, time and place today, they used to come after 2 days like that. In these 2 days, sometime we will sit for 2 hours and calculate that. During that 2 hours, we feel what type of suffering he is making, that we naturally feel the pulse of it. That is the sense of it. That is the gochara of that. Why he has come, that what type of bhava is suffering, that we will come across like that. Sometimes that planets do not allow us to draw the chart also sometimes. That means he is suffering a lot of much like that. So that is the mathematical part. We are not here. Now predictive part, and I have given a model chart here also. In the predictive part and practical application for case studies, not taken up for want of time here. Practical application of each study, each bhava is a different thing we have to see. Now entering in the mathematical part with model chart analysis. Next slide, model chart will come into that. Now we have given introduction, basic principles, difference between Vedic astrology and KP astrology we have given. Similarities also have given. What are the important theories, sublord theory and ruling planet theories, importance in the KP system, and how the subs are made, 249 subs are made like that, how a division is made, I have explained. And now we'll come to the model, how a model chart looks like that, and how a KP chart looks like that. In this is the KP model chart. You know, and most of the charts they give it here. KP star 1, now you have to buy that. They are not allowing a free download or anything like that. And there used to be one Jyotisha Deepika. Now it is not available in if you want to buy that. And now mypanchangan.com, that they give the software, and KP system separated they give it, but they don't allow the Lahari ayanamsa, use of the Lahari ayanamsa in that. That KP chart they give like that. So in some charts, now the purpose is, what is the purpose of it? Here you see, in Aries sign, red mark PL is the planet position. Planet XX, XX, XX. That means sign lord, sign degrees, minutes and seconds. This planet I have mentioned in Aries, planet in red color, PL, XX is the degree, next XX is the minutes, next XX is the seconds. See the below that, first cusp, suppose, because I have for practical purpose, I put it as first cusp. When you go to another birth chart, this may be the second or the 12th or something like that. The cusp Aries may change the bhava. So here, first cusp, it's a sign lord, it's a degrees and minutes and seconds. XX, 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 I put it. This means in Aries, there is one planet. In the second Taurus, there is only Bhavasputa. Second Bhavasputa is in the Taurus. There are no planets here. In the third Bhavasputa, red planets are there. So in all the 12 Bhavas, 12 Bhavasputas are there, marked in black color. In planets, there are only 9 planets. All 12 houses are not occupied here in this case. In some practical cases, 2-3 planets may be in one house. That is a different thing. Another point, what I want to highlight here is, in drawing this chart, actually, you should see what is the first cusp. Suppose example Aries, first cusp is, it is opposite is 12 degrees. You put here. Suppose the planet is in below 12 degrees, you have to put before that, because this starts from 0 to 30. Aries is 0 to 30. If the planet is lesser than planet degrees are lesser than the cuspal degrees, you put it before that. If it is more than the cuspal degrees, put it after that. You write like that. Because in KP Panchanga software, what I told you, that is not allowing the Lahari ayanamsa, in that software, they give, they don't bother about this sequence. If you don't put like that, you'll go wrong in the predictive part. You're wrong in the other productions also. You'll go in the wrong productions. You feel that here the point is, planet in the PCs, 12th cusp is in some degrees, and the planet is in higher than the degrees. That means after with the 12th degree starts. Start from this degree to Aries, this degree. This means planet in, suppose 12th degree, 12th cusp in BCC starts from 20 degrees, let us say. This planet is marked here is less than 20, below that. So this planet, this 12th cusp starts from Pisces, this degree, some X 20 degrees, let us say, to Aries, first degree, 12 degrees. First bhava, 12 degrees, let us say. So the planet X, this is planet red color, is in the 12th bhava. It is not in the first bhava. Between bhavas putas, you have to see the planet placement. Planet is in which bhava, you have to verify. That means between two bhavas putas, you have to verify. Bhavas puta is the starting bhavas puta of the 12 is Pisces in degrees, up to Aries to this degrees. In between, there is one Bhavasputa. Similarly, in Gemini, there is a Bhavasputa. After that, 2 planets are there to the next 4th Bhavasputa. Between 3rd Bhavasputa and 4th Bhavasputa, 2 planets are there. One planet is in Gemini, one planet is in Cancer. 3rd Bhavasputa is in Gemini, 4th Bhavasputa is in Cancer. But these 2 planets are considered for Bhava results. They are considered as in the position of the 3rd Bhavasputa, 3rd Bhava. But when you want to check up the planet plus Rashi, you have to see here planet plus 3rd Bhava plus Midhuna. Here for this planet, planet plus 3rd Bhava plus Cancer. You have to see that. I hope I am clear. So like that, you see this planet between 2 Bhavasputas. Then while mixing this here, you have to see that. So here this is Jala Tattva, Cancer, Cancer sign, Cancer sign lords, Cancer Tattva is the here. Here this Gemini Tattva is here in this planet plus third bhava. Here this is planet plus third bhava plus Cancer Tattva. Like that you have to verify that. So this order of sequence of degrees planet wise, unless you put between bhavas putas, and between the, this is Aries is 0 to 30, Taurus is 30 to 60, Gemini is 60 to 90, 90 to 120. Within that, you have to mark all these things like that. In the cumulative degrees, you have to take it at 120, 360 degrees, like that, you have to put it that within that. Then only it is easy for us to the next exercise. Next exercise is, this is the model birth chart of KP Bhava, Bhavasputa. Here we are marking ayanamsa, which ayanamsa you are following, you put it that, and date, time and that, time and birthplace and longitude, latitude, all these things are common. KP Nirayana, you have to specifically write KP. Then you go, it is easy to the next below to follow. Then here, this is most important here. I am already telling house-wise cuspal significators. We are calling it as significators. Significator, the common word in the traditional or here also. Significators means the main specific indicators. Here, Bava cusp, 1 to 12 cusps are there. 1 to 12 cusps are there, Bava cusp. Each cusp has a sign lord, a star lord, and a sublord. So here you have to put sign lord. Here it is in Aries means Taurus. It is Aries means Mars. It is second cusp is Taurus means it is Venus. Like that, star lords continues like that as per the star lord, sign lord. Then what is the star? In which star? Whether it is in Aries, is in Aswini, Bharani, Kritika. As per that, the star lord changes. Within the star, what is the sublord? This is out of the 249 subs. What is the sublord here? You have to put the sublord for all the bhavasputas. So every bhavasputa has a sublord that decides the nature of results of that, whether the results of first bhava is promised by or not to the native, decided by this sublord of first bhava. Suppose fourth bhava of education, we are talking about fourth bhava education. Fourth bhava cuspal sublord is this one. Whether this sublord connection with what are the houses, whether it is connection to the detrimental houses or harmonious houses. It is positive or negative, let us call it as. If fourth cusp sublord is connected to the positive houses, education is promised to this native. If the fourth cusp sublord is connected to the detrimental houses or the negative houses, education is difficult for this man. But if it is connected to both, it is a mixed result. Then the exercise is different. Similarly, seventh cusp marriage. Seventh cusp marriage sublord. Here we are discussing that sublord decides whether the event of that bhava is promised or not. So the seventh cusp sublord decides connection with the positive houses or negative houses, detrimental or harmonious houses. That decides whether marriage is promised or not. If marriage is promised, whether he is going to enjoy marriage or marital life or suffer marital life, is going to decide like that. So as per that, if it is connected to the both houses, again, a mixed results. Marriage may happen and go to divorce, or marriage may happen and continue the family with unhappy marital life. And all cases are not going for divorce, take it granted. Some people are suffering because of their culture, they are not going divorce like that. They are not exposed to the public. Inside they are enjoying and digesting themselves after a certain period. They love each other like that. So all are not going, all bad cases are not going for divorces unless they go to a lawyer or an astrologer. They will not separate. They will continue. That is the culture of the person maintaining the marriage oath. It mostly depends on the culture. 49% is only the astrology of the compatibility, marriage compatibility. 51% depends on the culture of the persons involved actually. So all cases are not bad. Like that, suppose the 10th sublord, whether a house, whether 10th sublord decides whether he goes for a business or goes for an employment, for livelihood, what type of livelihood he is going to make like that. 10th sublord, what type of lawyer, there is a fixed tables are given as per the professions and jobs prevailing at the time of Krishnamurti, the founder of the system. He has prepared a list of 249 subs for all the, where this 10th cusp of Lord, in which sub it is there, what is the nature of the job, but that is not applicable today. You have to apply carefully as per the present context like that. So I already told you it's a government job. That means government job may give or may not give. Equivalents you have to check up like that. Suppose they may say doctor, or now he may not be qualified for doctor. You may be in the medical field itself like that, a medical representative or a medical shop owner, like that, shop or seller, like that. So like that, so you have to implement that things are not, are to be changed as per the latest concept of the socio-economic orders. So 10th cusp of Lord decides that. Similarly now, and sixth also you have to see for job. Sixth house is also for jobs now. You have to see sixth cusp of Lord whether decided or not. 10th cusp of Lord decides whether he goes for an independent profession, independent practice, independent job or independent business, or whether he goes for an employment. Once he goes for an employment, the sixth cusp of Lord decides when he is getting the employment and other things like that. So in the professional point like that. So the Bava Cuspal sublord has a vital role in deciding the promise or not promise of that Bava result. Here you have to see that. So house-wise Cuspal significators, that means Bava, signlord, starlord, sublord are taken into account like that. This chart you have to prepare manually. Of course, now computers are giving. You have to check up at least whether it is correct or not. So this chart, after preparing this model chart, out of this first cusp, what is the sign, where it is posited in Aries, degrees. This Aries decides sign lord. This degree decides the star lord. This sub decides the sublord. Like that, out of this table, you have to give that table. Similarly, planet-wise positions. Every planet, sun, as a sign lord, as a star lord, and a sublord. Planet sun. Suppose here it is in Aries. Let us take this as a sun, planet, red mark, red color, as a sun. Sun is in Aries sign, and what are its degrees, what is its star lord, and what are its degrees, what is its sublord. You have to decide and prepare like this. Here, what we are seeing in the planet sublord decides the benefic or malefic nature of the results given by the its star lord. Suppose sun dasha you are running. The native is running in the sun dasha. Sun has a star lord. Sun, suppose let us say here it is Bharani. Because if I say Ketu, Ketu has no lordship here. I will say that afterwards about the Rahu, Ketu, we'll see afterwards. Here it is Bharani. Bharani lord is Venus. Venus is owning second house and seventh house. So the sun dasha, you get the second house and seventh house results. If our sun dasha gives, and where Venus is posited also you have to see that house results also Venus gives. At the sun period you get that. Whether that is beneficial or not beneficial decided by the sun's sublord. Sun sublord, how this decides? Sun sublord X is there. X connection to the bhavas. What are the bhavas? Whether it is connected to the detrimental, or suppose in this case, sun, you have taken it as Venus. Venus is second and seventh lord. Second and seventh and Venus always decides the marriage, let us say. Seventh and Venus is Karka for marriage. Second is seventh for marriage. Karkas I am using by my habit. Actually, the Karkas, they are not bothered in traditional old KP astrology. Now you have to see the Karkas also. That is what I emphasize. And using the mixing the Vedic astrology also here I emphasize. That is why I use Karkas also here. So without the Karka strength, even KP also will not give. But old KP books they do not agree. And fanatics of the KP system do not agree, and no astrologer should be a fanatic. For your information, that it should be the code of discipline of an astrologer. We should not be a fanatic of any system. So let us go with a free mind, open mind, see what is what. Call black as black, white as white. Don't be fanatic. Many systems are there, and every system has its own merits and demerits. Ultimately, it depends on your astrologer's luck and the native's luck actually. So here 2 and 7 are the marriage. The sun period, sun is in the star of the Venus 2 and 7. Let us say Venus is also in a favorable house. So 2 and 7, Sun, during Sun period, marriage is likely to happen. Whether that marriage is a happy marital life or not, decided by the Sun's sublord. The sublord connection with the detrimental houses or the positive houses. Here, detrimental houses for 7th is 6th. For second, 7th is 6th house is detrimental. And if it is connected to the 6th house, it may not be happy, or it is not it may be connected to the favorable house. It is on 2 and 7 it is connected, or another some other positive houses it is connected, and it is favorable. So marriage is happy marital life. Even if it is connected to the 6th, sometimes it may be happy like that. That you have to see as per the context of the case. As per this similar, the case of benefits, you have to see like that. So, so this planet's starlord decides the nature of the results during its planet dasa. That is Sun's dasa. The Sun's starlord decides the nature of the Bava results is getting, and native is getting, and whether it is favorable or unfavorable depends on the starlord connection to its detrimental or harmonious houses, positive or negative houses, simply call it as. Here, by what we say, positive and negative houses connections are to be seen like that. So connections to this like that, and then the mixed results also we have to see like that. So the after preparing this model chart, you have prepared this birth chart, you have to see this house-wise cuspal significators and planet-wise cuspal significator. These charts are, these two are very important. These tables, that is chart, these two are tables, are very important. After this, these are all we used to prepare manually. After this, Rahu, Ketu representatives are very important in this. We see Rahu, these two are the nodes, Rahu and Ketu are the nodes here, and conjunction with Rahu and Ketu. What are the planets conjuncted with Rahu and Ketu? We have to mark here. And Ketu, what are the conjunctions? This is same already I discussed. I put it in the tabular form. So here, planets aspecting Rahu Ketu. Remember that Rahu Ketu aspects we are not considering here. That theory is not here. We are not considering Rahu Ketu aspects here. In most of the traditional cases also, Rahu Ketu aspects are not considered. Only in very few cases, that is different aspect, that is different thing like that. So planets aspecting Rahu Ketu are here. Planets are, Rahu Ketu are shadow planets, you all know it. And then, and this may be nil. This may be nil. This conjunction may be nil. Planets may be nil. But starlord will be definitely there. Starlord and sublord will be for every Rahu and for every Ketu, wherever they are in the birth chart, there will be a starlord, there will be a signlord, and there is also a signlord, starlord and signlord. Here, these two are very compulsory. That will these two get filled up. Sublord we are not considering here. Here, in considering for all the planets, starlord and sublord we are considering here. So here the starlord is there. We are mentioning here. But we are not taking for the predictive purpose the starlord of this, like that. So as per this equivalence, suppose Rahu is equivalent to some sun or moon or some Mars or some other Mercury. These four planets are equal to Rahu. During the Rahu period, you get the results of these sun, Mars or moon or Mercury, these four planets, and with which they are, where they are posited, in which houses they are connected, that results Rahu Dasha will come. Rahu Dasha or Antardasha or Subdasha, third level. Those results you will get it in that Rahu period. Rahu as it is has no lordship like that. So those four results are there. So similarly Ketu also like that. So these four planets, let us say four planets are there. Planet A, B, C, D, four planets. E, F, G, H, four planets are connected to Rahu and Ketu. And during Rahu Ketu, these A, B, C, D results are given. How they are given, their position in any bhava, their ownership in any bhava, like that. Here you get that, like that. So here again, the most important, next to, this is the most important. This is marking of house-wise significators. Here, house-wise significators we are going. House-wise means bhava-wise. This is already we have taken as house-wise cuspal significators here. This is called cuspal significators. This is called planet-wise cuspal significators. Here we taken as house-wise significators. This is not a cusp. Total house. This is first to 12. This is 1 to 12 houses are there. For all the houses, what are the significators? For each Lagna Bhava, second Bhava, third Bhava, up to 12th Bhava, what are the house-wise significators? We have to see like that. So here, what are they? First point is, it is 4, 3, 2, 1. Let us start with 1 for our convenience and comfortable understanding. A Bhava Lord. First Bhava has a Bhava Lord. Second Bhava has a Bhava Lord. These all the 12 columns are filled up. Bhava Lords. Bhava Lords, each Bhava has a particular Bhava. There may be Bhavas Putas in one sign. There are two one sign of a Taurus, 2 Bhavas are there. Venus and Venus will continue here. So like that, 12 Bhavas Putas, Bhava Lords are filled up. This column definitely gets filled up like that. Then the second item below to come upward. This is called Bhava Lord. Second item is PCBL, we call it. These are the standard terms. Planet in the constellation of Bhava Lord. This Bhava Lord X is there. Bhava Lord, suppose Sun is there here. Sun is first Bhava is Leo. Leo Sun is there. Sun has 3 constellations, 3 stars. That is Kritika, Uttara, Uttarashada. In those 3 stars, if there is any planet, you have to mark here. That planet you have to write here. That is planet in the constellation of the Bhava Lord. This is the most important table. You have to follow this. The whole exercise depends on this table. Of course, this is also given in the computers nowadays, but you have to verify whether it is correct or not. And you should know it for how to interpret also. You should know that. The logic behind this, you should know. So each Bhava Lord has 3 stars in the out of the 27 stars. In each 3 stars, in any of the 3 stars or 1 or 2 or 3 stars, if there is any planet, you have to write here in this one. Suppose 8th Bhava is there, some 8th Bhava Lord is there. 8th Bhava Lord has 3 stars. And the 3 stars, either 1 or 2 or 3 stars, any planets are there, you have to write here in the second column. Like this, for all the 12 Bhavas, you have to fill up second column. So in cases, sometimes some stars, there may not be all the 3 stars, there may not be a planet. So in any planet, for a particular planet in 3 stars, there may not be a planet. Then those 3 columns will be vacant. But this Bhava Lord cannot be vacant. So this second is planet in the constellation of the Bhava Lord. First is the Bhava Lord. Second is the planet in the constellation of the Bhava Lord. Over. Next is occupant. What is the occupant? Occupant in first Bhava. Occupant in second Bhava. Occupant means first Bhava starting cusp. What is the starting cusp? What is the second Bhava cusp? In between that is the occupant of the first Bhava. So let us go back and see, for example, this chart is there. Here, in this first Bhava to second Bhava cusp, there are no planets here. So first Bhava is vacant. So occupant here is this occupant, item 3, occupant. Occupant of first Bhava, occupant of Bhava here, occupant of first Bhava is vacant here. So, but in this third Bhava Sputa to fourth Bhava Sputa, there are 2 planets. So in this third Bhava, these 2 are in the third Bhava. In the third Bhava occupant here, you see here, in third Bhava occupant, you get 2 planets here. Like that, some of them are vacant, some of them are having more than 1 planet also. More than 2 planets, 1 planet, depends on the crowding of the planet in the birth chart. Like that, you will get it here in the third Bhava. And the fourth Bhava, what it is? In this occupant is a planet. Every planet has 3 stars. In any of the 3 stars, if there is any planet, it comes in the 4th item. Planet in the constellation of the occupant. Occupant means number 3. Here we should say number 3. Here we should say number 1. Planets in the constellation of the item 3, that is occupant. Here, if there is occupant, X planet is there. X planet has 3 stars. In any of the 3 stars, if there is any planet, we write here. So in this case, in this occupant here, First house, there are no occupant. So that is nil means that fourth, this is also nil. This is also nil. But in the case of the third, there are two planets. Two planets have 6 stars. Out of the 6 stars, if there is any planet, that is marked here. That planet X and Y are written here. That is the item 4. Like that, all the 12 are, so all the 12 are to be filled up. So out of the 12, some are vacant, some are having more than 1 or 2 planets also. So the occupants are also, some are vacant, some have more than 1 or 2 planets also. The second item, planets in the constellation of the Bava Lord, there are some are maybe vacant, some are having more than 1 planet. But in Bava Lord, item 1, there are no planets in this like this. All planets will get filled up. Every Bhava has a Lord. So all 12 are Bhava filled up like that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Why I put the 4 is in the order of strength. The 4th is highly powerful. In predictive part, planet in the constellation of the occupant. Item 4 is the order of strength is 4 is the strongest. Next 3rd, next 2nd, next 1 is the strongest. Like that. So here the 5th aspect, 5th item is lesser strength is aspects on the Bhava Sputa. Aspects you have to consider from the Rashi chart, not from the Bhava chart. Original Rashi chart you go beside the Bhava chart, KP Nirayana Bhava chart, Rashi chart you go. From Rashi to Rashi you should see the Bhava Sputas. What are the planets aspecting the Bhava Sputas? You have to see that is there. First Bhava Sputa is say, let us say it is in Leo, we said. And Leo, what are the aspects here? You have to put like that, and all Bhava Sputas, what are the things you have to put here? So any conjunction or aspects of planets, suppose 2 planets are conjoined here, conjunction here is within the Rashi only. Conjunction and maybe some may be in the 29th degree, other maybe the 1 degree. The computer shows is conjoined. That is not correct actually. So you have to verify the computer output like that. The conjunction or aspects of the planet to planet aspects. Suppose also that also in which bhava it is coming like that, you have to see that. Suppose a planet in Saturn is aspecting a Jupiter with the 3rd aspect, they differ in 2 bhavas also sometimes. So like that also you have to mark here which planet is. These 2 are generally not shown in every software. Only some software they show it. But for our predictive purpose, these 2 are essential. Though they are less, order of strength is less, we require this. So I am showing this here. So mainly you have to see order of strength as per the PCO. PCO, we simply call it as PCO because planet in the constellation of the occupant, that is the top Bhava strength. That Bhava result actually given by this positive or negative like that, that is given. Occupant and next best, next PCBL, next BL. Sometimes what happens, you will find Bhava Lords here. And all the 2nd, 3rd, 4th items are maybe vacant in some Bhavas. You will come across like that. Then we call that Bhava Lord is the sole significator of that Bhava. Suppose let us say 9th Bhava. This 4th is vacant, 3rd is vacant, 2nd is vacant. Bhava Lord cannot be vacant. Bhava Lord is present in the 9th house. So Bhava Lord is the sole significator of the 9th is the common terminology we use in the KP system. Sole significator of the 9th Bhava. Here the purpose is hello sir. Hello sir. No. Hello, this is the important Santa. You should know the strength of a also no sole significator. That means a planet gives the results of a Bhava Lord, the star of the Bhava Lord. Suppose nobody in this star, so that Bhava Lord is given by that Bhava result is given by that Bhava Lord only. That is the principle in system. Like that. Now, see the transits here. Transits is also essential here in every case here. We have to mix a natal position with the transits here. inside the dark boundaries are the the original chart. Outside boundaries are the transiting planets here. We have to interpolate transits just like in traditional systems also. Here also the transits is very important. In addition to the Vimsotari Dasha, we should see the transits also like that. So here in this transits, you should see the intercepted signs and duplicate signs. Suppose I already told you two bhavas putas may be in one sign, then and opposite sign also will have two bhavas putas, and similarly two signs will be vacant like that. So duration of a bhava goes up in these two signs here, and transiting planet, a smaller slow moving planet going through the longer duration signs, fast moving planet going through the longer signs. If it is favorable, it